If you are a few weeks into your very first semester of college, I want to ask you a completely honest question. How many times this week have you sat at your desk, looked at your laptop, and felt a sudden, sickening knot in your stomach? You don't have to admit it to anyone else, but you know exactly what that knot means. It's that quiet, heavy dread that follows you around from the moment you wake up to the moment you try to fall asleep. It's the paralyzing fear that you are somehow dropping the ball, wasting the potential everyone said you had, and deeply disappointing the family who is rooting so hard for you back home. You arrived on campus with so much hope. You wanted to be a high achiever, get incredible grades, and build a completely new life. But right now, your first semester feels less like an exciting new chapter and more like you are silently drowning. You're white-knuckling your way through every single day, terrified that this permanent state of exhaustion is changing who you are, destroying your drive, eating away at your focus, and leaving you completely empty. And underneath it all, there is a tiny voice that scares you the most. It's the fear of being exposed as incapable. You watch other freshmen walking to class laughing, looking like they have it all together, and you worry that you're the only one who can't handle the pressure. So you do what sounds logical. You open 3 different planning apps on your phone, you buy a beautiful new notebook, and you stick reminder notes all over your monitor. You look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I just need more discipline. I just need to wake up earlier and grind harder. I made this video because I want to give you a massive hug, but also a reality check. You do not need more discipline. You are not lazy, you are not stupid, and you are definitely not bad at college. Your willpower isn't failing you. The tools you're trying to use were just never built for the reality of your first semester. And if you keep trying to solve this by just pushing yourself harder, you are going to burn out before midterms even arrive. The first thing you have to realize is something nobody admits out loud on campus. Being in your 20s is not easy. It is one of the most chaotic, uncertain transitions of your entire life. When you walk through the quad or scroll through social media, it looks like everyone else has everything completely figured out. They look calm. They look like they know exactly what they're doing. But I promise you, they don't. Underneath the surface, almost everyone around you is guessing, stressing, and trying not to let their mask slip. You are judging your internal chaos against everyone else's edited external highlight reel. The second thing you need to understand is that you do not need to be perfect in everything. We live in a culture that tells us we need to have a perfect 4.0 GPA, a perfect social life, a perfect fitness routine, and a flawless sleep schedule. So, you try to live up to that. You color-code a massive spreadsheet or download a complex app, and for about 3 days it feels amazing. Then, reality hits. A lecture runs 10 minutes late, a shift gets added at work, you catch a cold or just end up flat-out exhausted for 2 days. And your entire, perfectly color-coded world collapses sideways. You feel guilty because your life didn't fit into a rigid little box. But your life isn't supposed to fit into a box. College is unpredictable by design. Trying to maintain a perfect, unyielding schedule in a chaotic environment is like trying to build a castle out of glass during an earthquake. The goal shouldn't be to build a perfect routine. It should be to build a resilient one. So how do you actually protect your mental health and keep your sanity without letting your grades slip? You don't need a heavy corporate productivity system. You just need a few loose, practical boundaries. Here is the first shift you can make today. Practice a brain dump every single night. When you try to sleep but your mind keeps racing with things you need to do, it's because your brain is trying to act like a storage unit. It's not built for that. Before your head hits the pillow, take a plain piece of paper and write down everything swirling in your mind. Don't organize it. Don't prioritize it. Just write it down. The moment it's visual, the internal shouting stops, and you can actually rest. The second shift is to ruthlessly pick your top 3. Stop writing to-do lists that have 20 items on them. When you look at a list that long, your brain instantly panics, freezes, and decides to scroll on your phone for 2 hours instead. Wake up every morning and ask yourself, If I could only get 3 things done today before the day gets away from me, which 3 actually matter? Write those 3 down on a sticky note. Throw the rest of the list away for the day. If you finish those 3, great. If not, you still won the day because you hit what mattered. The third shift is to create an off switch for your day. High achievers slip into the trap of thinking that if they aren't studying, they are failing. So they browse textbooks while watching TV or check emails in bed. They are never truly working, and they are never truly resting. They are just living in a gray area of constant guilt. Pick a hard cutoff time every night. Let's say it's 8 p.m. At 8 p.m., you close the laptop, put the homework away, and decide that you are officially done for the night. Even if there is still work left to do, and there will always be work left to do, you draw a line in the sand. This protects your identity outside of being a student and stops burnout from changing who you are. You don't have to wait until final exams are over to finally feel in control of your life. You can change your situation the second this video ends. Academic success does not have to be emotionally crushing. You can be a top performer, protect your mental health, and still have a real life outside the classroom. But it requires you to stop trying to be a perfect robot. Accept that your first semester is a bit messy right now. Forgive yourself for the days that don't go according to plan. Give up the need for a perfect schedule and start focusing on simple human boundaries. Tonight, close the 3 different planning apps that are stressing you out. Grab a plain piece of paper, dump your thoughts out, pick your top 3 items for tomorrow, and flip the off switch. Give yourself the calm mind and the balanced life you actually deserve. Take action today, cut yourself some slack, and start running your week instead of letting it run you. Thanks for watching. If this video helped clear some of the weight off your shoulders, leave a comment below about what you're putting on your sticky note tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.